What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Millzy, one half of Hometown Commander. I'm with you this evening to try a new idea that Mikey and I have, which is to make some fun side content for our YouTube channel now that we have one. Mikey's unfortunately not here with me this evening. He will hopefully be here with me for future openings. We hopefully do. But this evening, I have 3 collector's boosters that I picked up that I thought would be fun to open, and I thought, why not share my experience with you guys? I got some sleeves, I got some boosters. Let's crack into them. I'm just gonna go through and kind of tell you what stands out to me, what I like, maybe what's worth a few dollars, and hopefully we either pull some cards for some decks or we pull some cards that we can trade in and build some more decks. So for you this evening, I do have Modern Horizons 2 and Midnight Hunt. We're gonna start with Midnight Hunt. Not a set that I've opened a ton of collector's boosters for, but it is a fun set. I really enjoy it. The werewolves in the set are something that I really enjoy. So I figured, why not? Before we get into the booster, or the big things we're looking for, Meat Hook Massacre would be the huge one, but hey, anything we can get is cool. So we've got our commons here. I do love getting the foil commons and uncommons here in the collector booster. We have our first land, is that pretty foil mountain. I think this is probably my favorite art for the mountains in Midnight Hunt, although I do really love the full art lands that we got in both Midnight Hunt and Crimson Vow, and I'm definitely very excited for our Kamigawa lands coming up. Our first rare is a pack foil Curse of Leeches. This is a cool curse that you can put on a player, and then it flips over to a creature on the back, which is Leeching Lurker. Next up, we have our Commander card, which is an extended art Curse of the Restless Dead. This one's kind of interesting. I think it'd be kind of cool in a zombie deck, you know, play this on your opponent who's either ramping a lot or putting out a lot of lands and get you some cool zombie tokens. Next up, man, what a great pull we got. An extended art Tainted Adversary. Of course, the adversary cycle in Midnight Hunt was these monocolored cards will allow you to pay mana when they come down and do something. This one, of course, really great in that zombie strategy. Allows you to pay some mana and get some really cool I mean, really a lot of zombie tokens. So I'm sure this one's worth a pretty penny. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but I imagine that's probably worth a good bit. Next up, we got a couple showcase cards. We have a Dawnheart Wardens, and then a Tavern Ruffian. And we get into our next rare, and it looks like it is a Borderless Deserted Beach. Really excited to see this, although I do have all of the Midnight Hunt and Crimson Vow, what I'm calling commander lands or fast lands. You know, everybody has a name for them, but Deserted Beach is a really good one. Comes into the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands, which most of the time in Commander, we're going to have those 2 lands. And our next card looks to be a foil Shady Traveler, and I think we have one more. We get an extended art Ghoul Caller's Harvest. Not too sure on this card. I don't think I've actually ever really played it, but I think this is probably a pretty good card in your graveyard strategy type decks where you're trying to load up your graveyard. I mean, creating X zombie creature tokens where X is half the number of creature cards in your graveyard is very easy if you're loading up your graveyard with a lot of creatures. So there we go, Ghoul Caller's Harvest. Also love the art on that one. I am a big sucker for extended art cards. I really love seeing the art being just a little bit bigger, and I definitely think that this one is a good reason for why I love them. And then we have a zombie, oh, look at that, zombie on both sides token. It's kind of cool. I always love the double-sided tokens. Well, now we move on to the main reason we're opening the packets tonight, and that is Modern Horizons 2, a set that seems to be as much for Commander as it is for Modern, so I love that. A lot of great things in here. We have everyone's favorite monkey, Ragavan. We have the fetch lands. We have the cycle of elementals. There's a lot of really good things we can get in here. Let's hope that we get some combination of them. I have yet to see a Ragavan in person, so of course, would love to open one of those. We've got our lands. I think this land cycle is very interesting. These artifact lands that come in tapped could be kind of cool if you're playing a 5-color affinity deck in Pauper, or you're playing artifacts in Commander. Those could be kind of interesting. I do have the whole cycle. I'm kind of intrigued to see if I can make them work. Our outcomes, Arcus Acolyte, Awesome and calm. Now, I haven't opened too many of these, so I think we're going to start getting into the big stuff after our foil land. What do we got? Profane Tutor, extended art. I'm not the highest guy on Profane Tutor. I know a lot of people really like it. I think it's interesting in your Prosper list, things that you care about. Casting cards from exile, Profane Tutor can be kind of interesting. I've yet to really see it work well, but I'm sure someone can make it work well. Next up, we have that sketchbook frame. And we get a Cabal Coffers. What a hit, extended Cabal Coffers. One of the best black lands in Commander. Can definitely do a lot of good when paired up with Urborg. And I love this art. I think of all the Cabal Coffers arts, this is definitely my favorite. Very good hit there. Got a Lazotep Channeler. And we get a old frame foil Glimmer Bairn. I do enjoy some of these old, these old style card frames. I think they're kind of cool. This one looks interesting. It's a sack outlet for tokens, which could be interesting. I doubt this one will see much Commander play, but it is cool. And then we get a foil etched Ornithopter of Paradise. Really cool Manadoric if you're looking for something like that. It is an artifact creature as well, which of course some strategies will care about. And then we have a Scion of Draco, a mythic foil etched rare. I think Scion of Draco was still going for a good bit of money, but that is a 12 mana dragon. That thing is huge. Of course, it does cost 2 less for each basic land type you control. So if you have all 5, of course, that would come down to 2 mana. But cool to see that in the old foil etched form. And then I know it doesn't go for much, but I do love seeing Thrast Tempest Roar. We have a mythic dinosaur. Love this guy. The first time we've ever seen Trample over Planeswalkers as an ability on a card, which is really cool. This thing can definitely hit for some good damage given the right situation. This guy will go for sure right into my dinosaurs deck. I have been needing to get one, so I'm excited about that. And then we have a food token and a bird token. I do love these food tokens. They've always had some fun art for them. This one you can see here looks to be some sort of pie. And it also looks to be an agony, which is kind of interesting. But hey, there you go, food token right there. So I'm very happy so far. Our first Modern Horizons 2-pack was, with the exception of a fetch land, exactly what we want to see out of Modern Horizons. So let's go on to our last pack. Got our commons up here. I do really enjoy the commons and the uncommons in this set. A lot of them are really fun to look at, especially those sketch frames. I do really enjoy those. We got a Mishra's Factory. I actually have the borderless version of this in my Winota Boros Aggro deck. That is a really fun, but that's a really good land right there. It can animate to become a creature. It's always good. We have I'm now just realizing that these are foil etched basic lands, not just foil. So that's kind of cool. And I'm sure you can see that etched there on the frame. But we immediately go into an Arid Mesa. There we go. Unfortunately, it is the least expensive of the fetch lands, but it is a very good card. I do love the art here on these guys. I, of course, am more partial to these Zendikar Rising Expedition printings of all of the fetch lands. But, of course, I am happy when we can get some more copies of the fetch lands out into the wilds. But there we go. Extended art, Arid Mesa. We have a combined Chrysalis and the old sketch frame. We have a Nykthos Paragon rare in the old sketch frame. This is a card that I definitely considered for my Sithis Enchantress deck, but ended up not going with it because it just seems a little too expensive. But I do think it is a very good card. Love seeing it in that old sketch frame there. Next up, we have an Abundant Harvest foil in the sketch frame. That looks pretty cool there on the foiling. Next, we have a Lava Belly Silver. Not familiar with this one, but I do like the old frame foil on this one. If you guys know slivers, you know they are very good at combining together and going off. I've played against many sliver decks in my time, and they're normally not very fun to play against. Of course, they look very fun to play. We have a Mono Skeleton. Not sure on this card. I don't think I've ever seen this card before, but it definitely looks interesting. a way to deal damage. If you have any way, of course, to put +1/+1 counters on this could be a way to put out some good damage. And then 2 fetches in 1 pack. What a pack. We have an old art foil etched Misty Rainforest. One of the better of the fetch lands we can pull in this set. Misty Rainforest is one of my favorite. It always has fun art. And here we go. We get it in that old frame, foil etched. Man, this is what I was hoping for. We could get a good fetch or 2, and we did a good job there. And our last card is Obsidian Chainmaw in the foil sketch frame. Cool dragon. I'm not really sure how this guy fits into a commander deck, but I do like the look of it. Maybe it would be something that I'll give a shot now that I have one. And our last card, a clue token and a Thopter. Well, guys, I have to say I am at least very excited. It's not often that we get the privilege of pulling a Misty Rainforest, an Arid Mesa, and a Cabal Coffers all in 2 packs. Definitely worth the money. And then in that Midnight Hunt pack, we got that Deserted Beach. One of my favorite new land cycles. If you guys are getting into Commander, please, please, please pick up this land cycle if you're going to be playing more than 2 colors. I think they're really good, and they're going to be really good, really helpful to any 3-color deck. And then that Tainted Adversary. What a beautiful card. I am hoping to maybe buy list that one, see if it's worth some good value. If not, maybe I can trade it to some of my buddies who have zombie decks. But there you go, guys. There's our 3 packs. 2 packs of Modern Horizons 2 and 1 pack of Midnight Hunt. Guys, I hope that we have the privilege of opening some more stuff up for you soon. Mikey and I have both purchased some older product that we'd like to open up, and maybe a little retrospective of the sets that we got into the game for and the things we love. And then, of course, in just a few weeks' time, Kamigawa Neon Dynasty releases, and we have our split collector booster box coming. That will be there. Remember, guys, if you want a chance to win a Kamigawa Neon Dynasty collector booster, go over to our Discord and tell us what you would make for your own custom Magic card with the name Coagulate. That was the word that Mikey picked. I think it's an interesting word. I'm definitely making my own, but I want to see what you guys come up with. That is shipped anywhere in the world. Come over to our Discord. Put that in there. We're going to pick a few of our favorites, spin the old wheel, and determine who gets to win that. But guys, thank you so much for watching me open these guys up. Hopefully you had as much fun opening this and enjoying these good pulls as I did, and we will catch you guys next time.